Hello, dorks. Dorks. So, you are weak. And you are weak because you chose to be weak. Indirectly, of course, because you are probably not knowledgeable about it. You probably haven't thought about it a single time that you or the reason for that. You probably on the top of your mind thought that it might be your reason, your fault that why you are in the position you are in right now, whether it's depression or anything else. But everything, in a sense, you are weak because you chose to be it. And I'm going to prove it with a story of mine from 2 years ago. So, when I was 17, still in high school, I used to have this victim mindset. I would feel like I had nothing to say. I had no power. I felt powerless. I felt weak. And it felt like it always was someone else's fault. It was the weather's fault. Because it was cold outside that I couldn't be happy because of my mental sicknesses like epilepsy. But then one day I realized that the reason I felt that wasn't because I was a victim actually, or just because I saw myself as victim, but it was the fact that I realized that I limited myself. So, what do I mean? For example, I would limit the amount of time they could work because it was seen as healthy in long term. But here's the thing: if you work or do anything that is unhealthy in long term, but only for a short while, it won't be unhealthy. That's just a healthy habit. Think about it. If you want to bulk and gain weight, eating loads of unhealthy foods, but only for a few weeks or months until you gain a certain amount of weight, isn't bad. But if you would do that your whole life, when you're average, you have the average American diet, and that is the problem I want to discuss. Would you, for example, rather work unhealthy amounts of hours, but just adopt to the stress, to just adopt, to find a way to cope with the stress? Because that's the thing. Many people are in their comfort zones because they think that it's healthy, and then they just leave the comfort zones. And rather, they don't do it actually. They don't leave their comfort zones because they think that. Because that's a weird thing. They think that they are. Like they know that leaving your comfort zone is good. But they don't realize that the thing that they call healthy is just their comfort zone. Because they call their comfort zone the part that is healthy. So that anything that's uncomfortable must be unhealthy because it feels bad. Just because it feels bad doesn't mean it's unhealthy. And a good example of that is working. Working in too much or unhealthy amount of hours isn't bad. That's just you limiting yourself to what you would be comfortable with working. Because here's the truth. Most of us, if not everyone watching this, we could all work more and more efficiently. And we could, on top of that, make sure that the output was better. But in a sense also, we could also make sure that the output that we got was how to say it, We think that we can get higher results like that, yeah. Because really, think about it. Would you rather work an unhealthy amount of hours and adapt to your uncompatibility, or not have enough money and just make a living and be able to just eat shit foods and not eat something that is actually healthy and good for you? You would probably pick the first. Why? Because the second one is something that you socially put as a limit on yourself. Have a nice day, dog. Bye.